dog walk. And honestly, I was hoping to get this done even earlier today and be on the road to Oklahoma City by now. I'll be driving out there. I do want to thank all you guys out there that support me. Shout out to Dina. Just bought me a bunch of coffees. That's going to go a long way on this trip, not only for gas, but a hotel. And I'm out there, and I'm going to be connecting with some other people in the alternative media in one of the Clay Clark things that's kind of like a private deal, which I'm excited about, right? Anyway, I would normally also be getting on the road right after this here dog walkings, right? And by the way, do we still have one? We're a minute deep. We have one person watching. Thumbs it up, subscribe, and share if you're that one person. It's just unbelievable. Like, we're trying here. But 70,000 subs? Nope. Anyway, I got a call while I was doing AM Wake Up, actually, today. So, by the way, my show is going to be airing over at Patriot.tv. You can see really great interviews. Come here, buddy. Come here. You tied your arm up. You're going to want to check those out. It aired today. It airs every day over at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And they are starting to archive it over at Patriot.tv as well. So there's not going to be any reruns, all new material, etc. But I got the call to host the 4th hour of Jones today. So I will be hosting the 4th hour of the Alex Jones Show. And because right now the Bohemian Grove is getting attention, I'm going to do really an hour on separating fact from fiction when it comes to the Bohemian Grove. What's real, what's not, etc. And I think that that's a really important distinction, because right now that clip is going viral of Andrew Tate and Ryan Garcia, who, again, I'm an MMA guy and I peripherally know a little bit of boxing. I actually knew who Devin Haney was. I wasn't really aware of Garcia. Doesn't even mean I haven't even seen him fight. I watch a lot of fights, guys. But Alex Jones kind of opened with that today. I heard Owen, who's doing most of the show, talking about it and kind of, again, separating fact from fiction. Well, sometimes the stars align, and I got that call. And so I'm going to grab all my annals. I'll have them in hand. Hopefully I'll grab some segments that we can also play from the news about the Bohemian Grove and kind of really its importance as a network that, I mean, they birthed the atomic bomb, everybody. You know that? That's the truth. The Bohemian Club did that. That's where they brought Oppenheimer. I watched the movie yet. So, I really don't know exactly what's in there, but I certainly, in my film, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined. Smokey, what are you doing, man? My boy, he's wrapping me up. Did get into the secret society aspects, the Bohemian Grove in general, etc. But anyway, I can't, again, I'm going to be on the road. I'm going to be doing these things. We'll see if we do any broadcasts from the road, but hopefully I'll do some at least taped interviews we'll put out after the fact, depending on the kind of free time I have while I'm out in Oklahoma City. But my goodness, man, the algorithm is so bad everywhere. I get it. I'm not allowed to make money on your platform. 34 people watching. 34 people watching. And why is that? Well, I can't speak to it, but I'm certainly not promoting the idea that Garcia is telling the truth about his experience at Bohemian Grove. I'm not sitting here trying to create beef or anything like that, but the guy, if you listen to it, is in a very frantic, disconnected state. He is talking about literally being R-worded as a 2-year-old, right? As a 2-year-old there. Now, look, I mean, and then he says that he was held down there and made to watch these tapes, and that he has all this evidence on his phone, none of which would be a coherently consistent narrative. I mean, start to finish, that sounds like somebody having a severe psychotic episode. And because of that, And because he's a boxer and he's famous and he gets pay-per-view numbers, that's going to be everywhere. It's just going to be everywhere. You're going to see that. First of all, they'll use it to discount anything that's real about the Bohemian Grove. One of the interesting things that, and things that is kind of disappointing to me, and I'm going to probably display it today on the show. Oh man, another tree down. Remember we were walking, look at this one, this is a big old tree. Down. Look at that thing. Man, it's dangerous around here. Big old tree down. But anyway, is the high priest. Man, that another huge spot of that. Man, yikes. Yikes. So, man, I got distracted. The high priest. George Bromley is the high priest at the Grove when it starts to bring in the owl as their deity, moves away from the giant Buddha statue, etc. He's one of the guys, if you look at the old school Bohemian Grove photographs, is in the high priest hat. He's talked about in the annals. So I was checking out the latest annal. Now, I don't have it. There's a couple pages of it online. It's too expensive right now. Hopefully I do get it. Somewhere it comes down in price. But, you know, they list who plays the part of all these people, right? And apparently the high priest is now John Williams, the music composer. And John Williams, you know, has brought us some of the most epic soundtracks. The most notable to me, anyway, would be Star Wars, the original saga. So, boy, that's just another kick in the tush. Kicking the nutskis and hutch. Yeah, the trees are dying. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, geez, there's another huge stumper right behind it. Just all over the place, dead trees. I mean, that's a pretty big one that went down. You're gonna have to be careful there, Smokey. Gorgeous day out here in Iowa, by the way. Not really that chilly, maybe a little bit chilly, but certainly we're dealing with it. Again, hitting the road for OKC. You're going to want to tune in over at band.video. Ooh, can I even say band.video on this platform? Today, for that fourth hour, that's going to be at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, we're going to do a reality-based deep dive into the Bohemian Grove. So I think that's just about going to do it for me and Smokey. I'll rattle off some of the interviews that you're going to be able to see this week. We had Miriam Hanane on. We had Zach Payne on. If you haven't checked out the Joe Allen interview, that's actually available across my platform, so you're going to want to check that out. We then, next week on Monday, we're going to have Alicia Powell on to talk about January 6th. We're also going to be doing the transhumanism thing in that episode. So again, a lot of great things. Patriot.tv for the morning show. We're still doing shows 5 days a week, guys. I know they're a bit harder to find, but I'm trying to retweet them out. And I'm not sure if I've put it in my bio yet where you can find my stuff via X, but at Jason Bermas is a great place, a great aggregate to know what I'm talking about on these shows with other people. Stuart J. Hooper, he's a guy hopefully I'm going to connect with while I'm out in OKC. And I spent a really great hour with him talking about global warfare, the conflicts in Ukraine, Palestine, Israel, Russia, the whole shabiggity bango. So thumbs it up, subscribe, share, and remember, guys, I couldn't do this without you. So I love you, and I'll see you on the flip side.